Kamali taking you through some of the things people are talking about and some of the stuff they're sharing around the world on NewsFeed today. How much is social media helping spread measles?
You don't have to have 8 women around you twerking.
The former US president goes viral for his views on men and masculinity. New Turkish carpets made to look old and sold for thousands. And the internet's collective heart melts over a disabled dog with ski legs. It's Friday's Animals Doing Stuff. Now, top of the newsfeed, the global measles outbreak and the anti-vaccine movement. Now, junk science has been killing kids for decades, and in 2019, the lies around the efficacy and safety of vaccines are propagated on social media. So is it time for those companies to do more to help in the fight against old and avoidable disease? Highly contagious and deadly, the measles virus is easily preventable with a simple vaccine. Despite this, there's been a sharp increase in people dying from the disease all around the world. An outbreak in Madagascar has killed 900 people in just the past 6 months. There have also been recent outbreaks in the United States, in Canada, in Japan, and in Europe.
We have seen an increase in reported number of measles in different countries. We have outbreaks in several places around the world in a protracted way. We nearly see doubled number of cases in 2018 comparing to 2017.
So what's behind the measles resurgence?
Well, there are several factors, and we should really stress that those children who are not vaccinated are mostly children who do not have access to vaccines. So we are talking about vulnerable, marginalized communities in places with very weak health systems, but also children who live in emergencies, in conflicts, or are migrant children on the move. So this is really the first reason why some of the children are not vaccinated. Obviously, there's also another group, and that's a group that for different reasons has this what we call vaccine hesitancy. This can be just because of the mistrust in the health system, people who have doubts about quality of vaccines, also people who have complacency about certain disease because they have not seen it for a while. And obviously there is this factor of deliberate misinformation that is going around and against which we should all fight.
The World Health Organization has named vaccine hesitancy as one of its top 10 health risks for 2019. So why aren't parents vaccinating their children? Well, in 1998, a study published in The Lancet linked childhood vaccines to autism. That report was immediately discredited and later retracted. But still, the misinformation continues to spread. And social media is playing a large role.
An appointee by Donald Trump now thinks that Donald Trump should be allowed to force inject your children with whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
I think everyone has a role to play, including social media. What we need to stress from the WHO side really is that vaccines are safe. And that measles vaccine in particular has extremely rare adverse effect.
In Japan, a church has publicly apologized for the role it played in a measles outbreak there. It had been telling churchgoers that medicine caused disease. But now that Japan is in the midst of its worst measles outbreak in a decade, the church is now telling people to get vaccinated as soon as possible. A US senator has written to Google and Facebook demanding they do more to stop junk science from being spread on their sites. The World Health Organization is hoping medical science will prevail.
We really hope that national health systems who really know the situation in a particular country will work on that. Health professionals will be really the champions, that doctors and nurses, all those who basically know the science and know the benefit that we all got from vaccines, all of us who were vaccinated, that they can transmit that to the families.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the other things that caught our eye on social media. Now, what does it mean to be a man? Well, the former US president has some ideas. This clip of Barack Obama chatting about the topic with the baller Steph Curry earlier this week has gone viral. They were at an event called My Brother's Keeper, an initiative that was launched in 2012 after the killing of Trayvon Martin.
If you are very confident about your sexuality, you don't have to have 8 women around you twerking. I mean, why are you all like, you seem stressed that you got to be acting that way. Because I've got one woman who I'm very happy with, right? So, and she's a strong woman.
Now, this video of US Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez getting her face licked by a massive dog has been viewed almost 2 million times after a friend of hers tweeted it for National Love Your Pet Day yesterday. And I kind of enjoyed it too after I was sick in my mouth a little bit. And speaking of viral clips, this clip of a young woman slipping in her bathroom while trying to take a photo of her outfit of the day has done 5.5 million views in 48 hours. Yes, really, and I don't know why either. Yeah. Now, what does ice cream have to do with the child victims of the war in Gaza? A Palestinian artist has found a way to tell the story of those people who died there through sculpture, and her unique work is now being shown in Jordan.
صور للشهداء الأطفال انحطوا في ثلاجات الآيس كريم في حرب 2014 في مشهد إنه هذا الطفل كان يشتري الآيس كريم من الثلاجة، أصبح هو بداخلها في ضوء أزمة كانت بتمر فيها مدينة رفح في وقت الحرب.
مجسم يعني او يعني فكره ابداعيه انها توصل اللي هو كلمتنا وصوتنا وتوصل جرائم الاحتلال في حقنا، يعني في حق الانسانيه يعني، وهذا يعني ولا واحد بقبله يعني انه اطفال او شهداء ينوضعوا في ثلاجات اسكن او ثلاجات خضره يعني.
Now, people come from all over the world to buy Turkish carpets, and in many cases, the older the carpets are, the more they're worth. But now some carpet sellers are using creative and, some may argue, deceptive methods to give their kilims that coveted vintage look. Take a look.
Eskitme alı demircinin yeni alternatif geçim kaynağı olmuştur. Şehrimizin sokaklarında yere serilen halıları görmekteyiz. Biz de önceden merak ediyorduk bunları ama daha sonra öğrendik.
Duyduklarımız 500'e $1000 civarında metrekaresini duyuyoruz. Bu şekilde alıp satıldığını.
All right, a spin around the world now for some other stories you need to know this Friday. Now, a woman has died after getting sick from a meal at a Spanish restaurant with a prestigious Michelin star rating. 28 other people and her husband and son also fell ill after eating there. Now, the restaurant is called Rift and it's in Valencia, and it is now closed while health officials investigate. Apparently, the family ate a dish containing morchella mushrooms. Now, they're a French delicacy, but they're also toxic when not prepared properly. Now, a video of a man punching his lawyer is going viral. It happened in a court in Ohio last week. The man had just been given 47 years by a judge, and he obviously didn't think very much of his defense. Not sure punching the guy in front of the judge is going to help in his case, but whatever. He was convicted of domestic abuse, arson, assault, and cruelty to an animal. Israel has just become the 4th country in history to send a spacecraft to the moon. This is the first time the endeavour's been privately funded. An Israeli billionaire is paying for it. It's called Bereshit, which is Hebrew for Genesis, and it went up into space on a SpaceX rocket, all going to plan. It will land on the moon in April. And Viva Las Vegas, the famous desert city, has been given a blanket of snow, the first time since the 40s, so the internet tells me. Now, I'm sure the kind of people who go to Vegas won't mind. They usually don't leave the casinos, so wouldn't notice the weather. Breakdancing could be part of the Paris Olympic Games. The organisers say they want to make the event more urban and artistic. It's already been included in last year's Youth Olympics. The Paris 2024 committee will take their proposal to the IOC, which will make a decision by next December. And in one of the best examples of nominative determinism ever, a guy called Doug Bowser is the new boss of Nintendo USA. Bowser is the boss of Nintendo. Bowser. And for the benefit of our editor Denis and all of you who don't know how amazing this is, Bowser is the boss you have to defeat in every Nintendo-made Super Mario Bros. Since 1985. And now he runs the company. Let's hope the power doesn't go to his head and that he tries to kidnap Peach. Well, it is that time of year again. It's Oscar season. The awards are on Sunday, so you've still got a few days to watch all the movies and choose a favourite. Wink, wink. Here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil. Roma, obviously, because it's made by Alfonso Cuarón. He's made some of my all-time favorite films. It reminded me of my own childhood because I too grew up with many housekeepers while growing up in Kenya. Cuarón's film is a visual masterpiece. Many people may find it boring and slow, but it is a technical achievement, especially in the art of cinematography, sound editing, and just the score itself is quite haunting. The Favorite, on the other hand, is just a brilliantly well-written film. You will see it and it's going to leave you thinking for hours afterwards, even days afterwards. I'm still thinking about The Favorite. Black Klansman is not Spike Lee's best film, but it is one of the best films nominated this year because it is a powerful message about the state of the world today. Being the Oscar host is quite a daunting task. Not many people want to do it because it's a thankless job. Kevin Hart was slated to be the host this year, but people dug up his old tweets, which were quite controversial, and he was therefore forced to step down, and now there is no host. So this year we're going to be seeing celebrities hosting the Oscars. We're going to be seeing things like more montages and more tribute to cinemas. But one thing the Oscar has been trying to do for the many years is keeping it short. But it's always a challenge. Earlier this week we saw a controversy about the categories being cut down, like editing, cinematography. There was an outcry from filmmakers and fans alone who wanted to see people get celebrated for their work, and therefore they brought the categories back in. So the challenge is keeping the whole ceremony quite short, but we don't know whether it's going to go under 3 hours or run over 3 hours. I think it's going to be quite an open Oscar race this season. It's quite unpredictable. We do not know what's going to happen. Anything could happen on Sunday night. And that's all, folks, from me, Phil, NewsFeed's own Screen Junkie. Till next time, goodbye.
We look forward to welcoming Phil and his hat back next time. Now, Friday's Animals Doing Stuff is a doggo who got some new attachments. Eddie the Husky lives in Canada. His hind legs were paralysed in a road accident, and while he does have a set of back wheels to help him get around in the summer, they're no good in the snow, obviously, so his owners built him some skis, and now look at him go. All right, that's your lot from the NewsFeed team. Reach out to me with your questions, comments, complaints, and suggestions. I'm at Kamali Melbourne. You'll find us 24/7 on Twitter and YouTube, and you can follow me on Instagram. Follow, subscribe, and add. See you again soon.